Today, the Hurricanes are playing for a national championship, which would be their first since the 2001 year. It's been nearly 30 seasons, but we finally have rebuilt the Canes into championship contenders, and Oregon is the last team standing between us and the ultimate goal of this series. We have pulled off 3 straight fourth quarter comebacks to make it here, including an unlikely game against Michigan that saw us score a defensive touchdown in the fourth quarter. I've been hyping up this defense all series, and they're the reason why we still have a chance at claiming the title. The matchup we are about to see is as good as it gets. Oregon is the highest scoring team in all of college football, while the Canes have allowed close to the least amount of points, but we've also played more games than most teams, and nobody has the sack production that we do. 32 interceptions is actually ridiculous. 100 plus sacks and interceptions. This is going to be an incredible matchup with the Oregon offense led by Frederick Wolford, 43 touchdowns and 11 picks this year. Wolford has a cannon arm. He's got blazing speed. He's not the most accurate quarterback, but there is enough to concern you. Malachi Strong, 46 broken tackles, and almost 700 of his 1,092 yards have come after contact. And through the air, the pair of sophomore receivers, Brendan Jones and Dom Gash, combined for over 2,000 yards, 28 touchdowns. This matchup really is as good as it gets. Oregon is stacked. They have some standout defensive players as well, and that's even with 3 key starters for them out. Shaquem Boyd, Jericho Johnson are 2 of those players that will not play. And then their offensive line maybe isn't nearly as good as Michigan's that we saw last episode, but it's a very good unit. And we're going to see a lot of the best players on this team play their very last game. Cameron Pruitt, who had the pick 6 last episode to win it against Michigan. Marquise Lightfoot, the Heisman Trophy winning edge rusher. He is unbelievable. And JoJo Trader, our best playmaker on offense, will suit up one more time. And we need this man to be at his best today. Oregon has the chance to put up some points against us, and we'll need to respond. Colin Kunalik did not have a great game against Michigan. 3 sacks, or 3 interceptions with 5 sacks. He has not played the cleanest football down the stretch. And which version of Kunalik will show up when the lights are brightest? Oregon and Miami head-to-head for the national championship. It's been fun seeing the team develop and get to this point. We've had a couple rocky seasons along the way, but now trying to seal it all with a championship before our most talented senior class exits. Miami's offense is up first as we get the national championship underway. And I have never seen that, gold decked out score bug. This is the first time I've even seen a national championship game on College Football 25. And let's see how we begin. We only scored 7 points of offense in the previous game against Michigan. We will start with Colin Kunalik over the middle, and the senior JoJo Trader has a gain of 6. 2 tight ends on the field, and running to the right, it is Titus, and he goes backwards. It sets up 3rd down for Colin Kunalik, who will dump it and not get the first down. I guess we have to be thankful when drives end in kicks at least. We want to limit the turnovers, but this Oregon offense is about to be unleashed. Frederick Wolford out of the shotgun. It's a give inside, and Oregon gets a first down run straight away to Malachi Strong. Handoff right into Marquise Lightfoot. 4-yard loss. He's flying off the edge and buying time. That is Wolford out to the 40-yard line. I don't think we've seen anybody with his kind of speed at the position and the ability to throw it 70 yards. 3rd down for the Ducks. And it's caught. What a grab by Jones for the 1st down. At the 31, they got him sprinting, breaking a tackle and getting rid of it. That was Lightfoot's first chance to get a sack. That's a good screen and turning it up, 1st down. Put that ball right in the perfect spot. Ducks fake the toss, throw it inside the 10 for 6 more. So far having no issue moving the football. And I'm expecting in this offense the ball's going to come out quick in most cases, negating the pass rush. The 2nd down run gets 3. Brings up 3rd and 1 Oregon. The pressure is there. The pass broken up. And an injury for the Ducks as they'll send on the field goal team. It's only a 21-yard attempt. And the kick is good. I'm expecting a few more points in this game. Maybe like 50 combined. Miami has to show they can put up some offense as Titus is taken down for another loss. And the run game has just not been clicking lately. These great defenses just fly to the ball. They make plays in the backfield. Dumped off now. And it's going to be a 3rd and 13. Long way to go for Kunalik. He does have time and breaks a tackle before sliding down at the 23. Oregon forces back-to-back 3-and-outs. Oregon's drive begins with an ineligible man downfield. So 1st down 15. They run it into Cam Pruitt. I think these linebackers are just too quick. Hard to get blocks on them. And they just fly downhill, ruin a lot of these plays. That's going to get them 4, but now Miami hoping to force a quick stop. Oregon's going to spread us out. And on 3rd down, there's pressure. It is incomplete. Well defended. I think I want to make a change as Slaughter is going to take us to the 36. But as I see this run game struggle, this one move I don't think can fix it. But I think we need to get Tyreek Teague out there a little bit more. Even though Andrews is a much better pass catcher all around, I think Tyreek Teague's run blocking, which was on display last episode, 80 run block. He has the ratings of like a freshman tackle, but he's a tight end. Not the most dynamic receiver, but maybe we need him to help out our running game. So we start 1st and 10. And it's going to be Titus inside. It's a good start. We do have a fair amount of 2 tight end, but I certainly want Teague more so on the right side as Titus cuts up the middle, has the 1st down. We have a replacement tackle now, Joe Dahl, on the right side. So putting our better blocking tight end on his side more should be help as Titus tries to spin through and maybe gets the line of scrimmage. This is where I'd actually prefer to have Andrews. He's in the slot. Caught on the slant, Randy Titus. 3rd down and inches. Titus around the tackle. Kind of ran into him actually, but had the 1st. Oregon sends 4. Kunalik kept clean. It's caught. Quentin Prescott, gain of 20. Canes going up tempo. 1st and 10, and underneath, Simons through the middle for the 1st down. Can the Canes get into the end zone? Right side, number 82, Tyreek Teague is there. We run it right. Titus stacked up. They overload the right side heavily on 2nd down. Titus breaks a tackle. He gets to the 2 in impressive fashion. This could be one of the biggest plays of the game right here. 3 versus 7 is massive. 3rd and goal. Kunalik out of trouble. He's got it! Diving in! Soaring through the Ducks. Colin Kunalik puts the Canes in front. Great possession for Miami, and now the Ducks trail by 4. Handoff on the sweep, getting up past Carmichael, but still losing 1. Good jump by Lightfoot, and sliding. Wolford overthrows. There was safety help there, but that's how strong his arm is. The misses are really going to fly. 3rd down and 11. Wolford at the 1. Launches as far as he can. And it is tipped and dropped. Incomplete. Oh, what a play. Nearly tipped it to himself. And the Canes now should have great field position at the 47. Kunalik heading to the air. Drops it off. Trader on the crossing pattern to the Duck 38. It's a give to Titus. Follows Teague into the open field. Down to the 11, Randy Titus. We got to run that back. 26 yards. And who is he following? Right side. Teague is going to take on a defensive end all by himself. And what does he do? Wipes him out of the play. This man may be the secret weapon. Handoff, Titus to the right. Down inside the 1. Titus checks out. Max Boger is in. He runs and gets trapped for a big loss. Meanwhile, more injuries affecting the Duck defense. Now we're at the 4. Might change the plan a bit. Kunalik wants to run. He has 1. Make it 2! He grew wings for this one, and the Canes are up 2 possessions. What have we seen over the last handful of years? In the red zone, there is absolutely nothing more dangerous than a quarterback that can run. And the Canes are getting that benefit here today. Suddenly, it's Oregon who needs a big drive to get things back on track. They are not finding much success against the run. That is Lester Judowski. They try the other side now and create a wall of blockers, but chasing down strong. That was Cole Carmichael. 3rd down and 11, and the pass is off the mark. That one should have been connected. So we are already seeing that accuracy favor us. And Oregon having 2 straight 3-and-outs deep in their own territory is colossal. Running right side with Randy. It's a gain of 6. It's a different team when the running game is a positive. 2 tight ends on the field. Hands off. Randy, 1st down and more. Cuts it out. 10-5. Touchdown Titus. And the Miami Hurricanes are taking it to the Duck defense today. Sebastian loves it. This is an unbelievable start. Randy Titus has run for 102 yards. Check out the hole we get on the right side. I mean, that gap is massive. We got a key block there by Slaughter. And the safeties in this game, we know they do not take the best of angles. When they've got to come from their deep safety spot, the running back's at full speed. You don't want that. 4 minutes until halftime, and the Ducks are suddenly down 18 in a blur. They're going to try a keeper now. Get Wilcox running through this defense and out to the 37. A 21-yard gain. This game is far from over with the talent Oregon has on offense. They average 34 points a game this season. They run. The issue for them is they're very one-dimensional. And the deep ball has yet to connect for them. I know we're going to see some more shots. 2nd down and 7, very close to the 1st down. And at the very least here for Oregon, they're now in a much better field position situation. Not going to give us half the field off a punt. So if they can put something together, not leave us a lot of time, and then come out second half, it can kind of have a fresh start to it. But we're about to hit the 2-minute warning after this run. And it's a 4-yard pickup. Pressure picked up, and in traffic, it's caught by Gash. Hurrying up, 1:56. 4-man rush, steamrolling, Ladd. No, he can't bring him down. Wilcox up the numbers and down to the 14. Yeah, that we haven't seen before. That's new. Sharif Ladd had him till he didn't. Wilcox. Sideline! Knocked away Rizzo. Picking up the pressure nicely. That is caught. Barely. Wolford empty, 3rd and 3. Ducks get the score. That's how quick it can happen. I've come to the point where I worry a lot less about the margin of lead, and I look more at how much time is left, because good teams don't need much time, and it isn't that hard actually to recover from a 3-score deficit. I think I called him Frederick Wilcox 1,000 times because of the San Diego Surf Series, you know, from like 6 years ago. That's Kunalik. He can scramble with the best of them. 1st down. It's Frederick Wolford. You know, like John Wolford, the quarterback, not Frederick Wilcox, the power forward. 42 seconds to go in the 1st half. Kunalik under pressure. A dart. Caught by Trader. Imagine the reverse card here if we can answer right back. Catch and run, JoJo. And we got a little over 30 seconds left, 1 timeout. Here's Kunalik. He's running with no hesitation there. That was quick. Holding on to the timeout, I think, is wise. Now 2nd and 8. He'll just do it again. He's going to take those yards today. Let's see if we can get one more play off. Just don't run a 10-second play here. Kunalik. It is tipped and picked in the end zone. And the Canes won't get anything before the half. So Kunalik is very much, to me, like a momentum-based player. When things are going well, they can go really well. But oftentimes, those turnovers come in a bundle. I hope that doesn't turn the tide of his game. But I guess we'll see in the second half. But to be up 11 right now is as good as a situation as you could have hoped at the start. And the Ducks look to follow up their touchdown drive by bookending halftime with more points. At the 22-yard line, it is Wolford running it. Has the 1st down, lightning quick to the 34. Running it left and getting the edge. 8 yards. Fake and into coverage. That pass incomplete. Receivers way too close to each other. And we are stacking the box here. Oregon's got their whole tight end depth chart on the field, and they get the 1st. On the screen, watch out, there's room to run. Oh, a fumble! And it goes out of bounds. Damian Rawlings came up with the hit, but they were close enough to the sideline to avoid a disastrous turnover. It's a run inside for Strong, and he's moving. And now Strong looks to be shaken up. Pressure picked up and taking off again for the first. He's going to be tough to get sacks against today. I think to pull it off, you've got to win right off the line. If it takes longer than like a second, it's going to be tough. He's got time now, throws a pick, and it's jumped by Matt Freeman. Those windows close quicker in the red zone. And Miami has come up with the big defensive play. And now pinned at their 8, we'll see if they can move the ball. Run game has been refreshed after a 4-yard gain from Titus. We send Kunalik back to the air, and he's got a man. Sean Simons, first down. In short motion, Larry Slaughter on a catch and run. Emphasis on the run. He's got 97 speed. And Miami's already out to the 47. We opened the day with a couple 3-and-outs, and since the Tyreek Teague switch, it's been a new offense, even though I don't think he's solely responsible for the transformation. Titus, up close to the first down. He's marked a little short. And we sometimes like to throw it in this spot. Not here. Titus. No! Taken down. That's a 1.5 yards to go, and the Ducks are going to force a punt. Thomas booting it. That doesn't look promising. Out at the 26. So the Ducks come up with a big defensive play midway through this third. Oregon using a lot of tight ends to help out the run. Not much. And with no Malachi Strong, that's got to be a factor here. Backup running back is in. And the play made by Cameron Pruitt. But third down against Frederick Wolford is not comforting. He's got a clean pocket to throw from. And a wide open man. 2 guys. He's rolling now right into Lightfoot. I wouldn't call any rollouts to that side. I mean, he's a lefty. That's the side you would do it to. But with number 12, you got to change all the rules. Loss at 10. And off the fake. Even more pressure up the middle from Lester Judowski. Against a mobile quarterback, you really need that interior pressure. Third down and 26. And stepping up. Hit from behind. He did not see McConaughey. That was not a sack, but doesn't matter. It ends this drive. And the Canes are set to get it back now. Slaughter couldn't return it. Titus opens the drive, and the middle opens up with some great blocks. That's a screen, and it never gets set up. That showed up almost immediately. Again, we have third down. Kunalik hits Slaughter. He's got it. First down. Oregon's got everybody across the line here on second down. Kunalik is hit as he throws, and it's underthrown for Sean Simons. He got hit, and that ball nearly ended up where it needed to be. We go to third down and 9. Kunalik out of trouble. Fires on the move. JoJo cuts it back to the 5. What a strike on the move from QB1. Colin Kunalik. Just a spectacular play on third down. He's making plays in this one. A 44-yard connection. Can you end this drive? We're about to hit the fourth quarter. Yes, move Teague to the right side. Follow him. Titus is in. Touchdown! The Canes offensive line has been key today, opening up lanes for Randy Titus, and we will carry a 3-score lead into the final minutes of this game. 118 yards, 2 touchdowns. And it's not just Tyreek Teague, man. It's this whole offensive unit. Good double team. Yes, Teague wins his one-on-one. But check out the center here. You've got Fernando Flores. Holds up the entire way. And then Titus is able to use his momentum, break into the end zone. That is just beautiful football. And I can't believe how well we are executing the run game. The Canes go up 28-10. And now we just need to hold on. Up by 18. The more runs, the merrier to me. Let time run off the clock. And also, you can't throw it for 70 yards when you hand it off. To the outside. Pass is hauled in, shy of the marker. And we are taking this game to the fourth quarter, and Miami leads for the first time entering a fourth quarter all postseason. I was worried about the potent Oregon offense. It's the Canes who are averaging 8+ yards a play and are getting a spectacular performance out of their quarterback. Frederick Wolford now needs the quarter of his career. It's off to a quick start as he throws for the first down. Good jump, but recovering. Wolford steps up and runs into Cane territory. Wolford bootlegs right and is sacked again. Maybe just no rollouts. Those have been 2 of our 3 sacks. Cole Carmichael. 2nd and 17, and Sharif Ladd wraps him up. The front 4 has been unleashed. 3rd down and 24. And Wolford, he saw Lightfoot in his peripheral and gets 6 yards. And they are already looking to keep the offense on the field. And here at the 50, I can get it. He's got to let this fly, though. Wolford, end zone, intercepted! And the Miami defense does it again! And we're seeing today some of the first players that have been brought to Miami making some of the biggest plays. And it is Marquise Gainwell on the interception, the team's interception leader. And that is a phenomenal play. I should add, he would have been better off dropping it, but the momentum is stronger when you intercept it. The crowd cheers louder for that than turnover on downs. 7 and change to go. This is Randy Titus, and Oregon basically needs 3 and outs from here on out. Kunalik, just the screen dumped off. I'm okay with that. 3 and out. Oregon has yet to hit a deep shot, and I think they'll need at least one if they're to have a chance in this game. Sprint pass, down he goes again. Cole Carmichael. He's been here from the start. The seniors are making sure their final game is one to remember. 3rd down and 19. Wolford chased. He's outrunning Lightfoot all the way for the first down. He is the only quarterback we've seen that could make that play. 5 minutes to go in the game, though, and a sack again. Judowski. How do you get 3 possessions in this game if you're Oregon? Lightfoot! Could that be his final sack of his career? He gave him the spin move. He's just so darn good, guys. Lightfoot has been a superstar all series. 3rd down and 28. Around the edge, he gets the pass off. Intercepted. The Cane defense is going to dominate their way to a title victory. This is one of the greatest performances I've seen from a defense on my channel. And this is against the best offense. This is Seahawks, Broncos in the Super Bowl. Hand off to Titus. Runs us inside, 4 minutes to play. It could also be Broncos, Panthers in the Super Bowl. Which side do the Broncos deserve to be on here in the comparison? Hand off, Randy with running room. And Randy Titus just got shaken up on this last carry. We're going to run it now with Boger, and that's going to set up our senior kicker, who has only kicked extra points so far. He's about to change that. Willie Shembo, his last career field goal try, puts the Canes up 31-10. And I'm trying to get every senior on this team on the field. Oh, I forgot this is actually the final game for a player I actually recruited, because Sharif Ladd has played in every year since recruiting him. And that's also true for Damian Rawlings. You know who needs to be on the field here at the end? Willis McGahee IV. He really wasn't used this season. Our linebacking core was so strong, and we really only played 2 of them. Stepping up and completes. We are seeing the final seconds tick down in a championship season for Miami. Built back up into the bullies of college football. It is tipped and incomplete by Zaquan Patterson. This is a team that thrives on the home run ball, and they haven't come down with a single one. Pass is caught now, going downfield into Cane territory. That's floated up. He wants it all, and it's overthrown again. Wolford's accuracy has cost him on too many occasions. The margin for error was razor thin. That is intercepted by Willis McGahee! And the Canes can celebrate! We are champions again! And the last time the Canes were on top of the college football world, Willis McGahee III was at Miami. What a perfect end for Willis McGahee to come in and seal this game. I mean, sometimes we do actually get the storybook finish after all, guys. And Miami has dominated Oregon. 31-10 is the final. National champions at last. With the way this game unfolded in the early minutes, I was really concerned. Oregon had an effortless field goal drive, forced some 3 and outs. But Colin Kunalik put the cape on today. And Randy Titus was great. You know, no one had to be the hero. This was a team effort. And I love this team that's been constructed. It hasn't always been clean offensively, but we pulled it off today in a big way. Randy Titus, a $131, 2 touchdowns, and I love how we played in the red zone. It's all about the 3 versus 7 battle down there, and we kept putting 7 on the board. Colin Kunalik, a big reason for that. And there are your champions, with so many key players going out on top. What do you think of that, everybody? Holding the #1 offense in college football to 288 yards. Today, Frederick Wolford was picked off 4 times, completing 171 yards. I don't know how many he lost on sacks. He had a lot of yards rushing, probably close to 100 when you don't take out the sack yards. But through the air, a long of 28. I thought it was a brilliant game for Colin Kunalik, and that interception to me wasn't even, the worst that I've seen from him by far. He made so many big plays outside of that. 4 rushing touchdowns, 3 20-plus yard runs. That rushing identity finally came together. JoJo 100 plus in his finale. The offensive line was great. 7 sacks. But this is the play that told me we're going to do this. 3rd and 9, Colin Kunalik. Can you throw it any better? I mean, he's not throwing it to an open guy here. He's throwing him open. And there it is, the first national championship I can claim in the return to college football. That is very satisfying. That is not a typical path to a national championship, but we're going to take that. Boogie Turner, a championship player and now a championship coach. And the front four that he helped develop is now the reason the Canes are back on top. Boogie Turner was my coach for this series because he is just the most dominant player that I've ever seen on defense going through all my series. He was back on my Madden 20 Broncos franchise, and he became a Hall of Fame defensive lineman. And I wanted to make sure that that influence would be felt by this team. That's why we have Tier 4 of defensive line in the Motivator upgrades. That's why we have the 4 tiers of Scheme Guru unlocked. And here are the season stats with everything now complete. Kunalik avoided throwing 20 interceptions. Great job. 34 touchdowns through the air for him, along with 4 more rushing and 2 of those in the biggest game of them all. Randy Titus ends up with a 1,600-yard season as a first-year starter. 1,600. He played a lot of games to get there. JoJo Trader, 1,200-plus yards, 13 scores. Larry Slaughter also very good this year. Andrews was great. Simons, 6 touchdowns for him. And I think a special shout-out is in order for Tyreek Teague. He sprung the run, the 18-yard run of Titus in the semifinals. He blocked great in the national championship as well. So get in your dynasty when I'm done here, and you're going to go find the best 4 and 5-star tight ends. And when they're a blocking archetype, you're not going to remove them from your board. You're going all in, okay? And then it might not hurt to have somebody who can get 26 sacks as well. What a career for Marquise Lightfoot. Didn't know much about him when this series began, but he's developed into an all-world pass rusher. I mean, an edge having 93 tackles in 1 year is incredible. 40 for a loss? Like 40 tackles would be a lot. And Marquise Gainwell, he is only a sophomore. 9 picks, 7 for Matt Bouchard. And here are the career marks now for everybody on the team. The quarterback position has been a rocky ride, but we have found the highest of highs today. Not much for the running game because Titus is a first-year starter. JoJo Trader, 222 receptions, 2,753 yards, and 24 touchdowns. Marquise Lightfoot, 64 and a half career sacks. These numbers are untouchable. That is now the career sack record. I don't know what the record was previously, but he now has the single season career. Oh, that record was broken. Who caught 30 touchdowns in 1 year? Jelani Watkins. That's actually ridiculous. That's like 2 a game. And here are a lot of records that have gone down, including the passing yard record, thanks to Colin Kunalik. Willis McGahee's rushing record was actually not too far ahead of where Titus was. JoJo Trader, really 1271's the most? Even with guys like Andre Johnson and Santana Moss? So JoJo has a pair of records here. We played so many games, though. No one else was playing 16 games in college football. So I think a lot of records across college football will be going down in the next decade. That's also combined with like NIL opportunities that might get some players to stay at college longer. So career records would probably be more likely to be taken down. So JoJo Trader goes down as one of the most decorated receivers in all of Miami football. What a great team this year, everybody. That was incredible, and we have done it. So, what is next then in the Miami Hurricanes dynasty? I've been thinking about a lot of stuff on the channel lately, and I've been kind of getting the impression that there's a hunger for something new over here. And I have been seeing a lot of people wonder about if I'll be doing a Madden series over here this year. And I've been going back and forth on that, thinking if I want to do just like random ideas like that wheel spin fantasy draft I just posted the other day. But actually, I've been looking back at some of the past rebuilds I've done, and I think of like the golden age of rebuilds on this channel was Browns, Cardinals, Buccaneers, and then Texans. I don't think my last few Madden rebuilds have been as fun, as good, but I've been making some changes to the content lately. It began with my MLB series. I do think it's carried over into this series where I've been trying to move at a better pace and make the series feel more like they're about the team construction rather than just watching game after game. And I've suddenly developed the urge to deliver a rebuild franchise on Madden that can rival the ones I think are the best and the ones that I believe most of you will look back on the fondest. I had a stretch where I began series with teams that weren't obvious rebuild candidates, and this is obviously one of the greatest examples of that. I've been taking over mid-tier teams that don't have as much rebuilding to do, and it's beginning to feel like it's time to start a new series. As I've been seeing the views and engagement drop in this series, and now us winning a national championship, maybe it's time to put more effort into something new. Maybe I put together a little bit more in this series and go into the future a bit. But now that we've done everything short of becoming a dynasty and winning multiple titles, it feels like the best time to think about a new project. So I'm going to leave you on that today, and there will be more Miami coming to the channel. It's just, what does that look like, and does it just get us closer to the end of the series? But thank you all for the support in my first college football rebuild on this channel. I'm sure there will be another one down the road at some point. But I'd just like your feedback on what you think, and we'll see what comes to the channel here soon. Thank you all again for watching and supporting the Miami Hurricanes dynasty. The Canes are back on top, and I will see you all next time. Have a great day.